Okay, so quick one before it's finally twilight. I think it's becoming sundown and it's almost my favorite time of the day, twilight. I think we're about to call this place the spot because I'm beginning to love this spot. Alright, straight to it. So here, this is my WhatsApp profile picture at the moment, and this is my favorite meme at the moment. I know, before you say cliche, let me dive into the part of Virgil's story that I can relate to. Okay, Virgil is the son of immigrant Ghanaian parents, right? And his parents didn't understand art on the first world level, so he also went through the route of, instead of chasing art as a career, he went to do engineering. And I think his studying of architecture was still the African mentality in him, that his parents, or African mentality in him that wanted, acceptance from his parents and also do something fulfilling and, get security. These are the three things I think, are the things that drove him to study architecture in the university. But at the end of the day, what did he end up becoming? A fashion designer. When I look at my life, I'm not trying to, we call it farms in this part of the world. I'm not trying to over-familiarize myself with Virgil or his story, but at the end of the day, when I look at myself, I'm black. I had delayed gratification, and I'm in an African setting where everyone around me does not understand arts on the first world level. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I had just one friend who did that, understood art on the first world level, and the bro is in the US right now. He should understand how secluded and how it feels like, how I stand out among my peers, families, and whatnot. So, yeah. And you ask why, the main reason why I have, Virgil, not as my sole role model, but one of my role models is because when I see him, I see hope. Even though his career was short-lived, it's not like I want to be a fashion designer someday, but the trajectory of his life just told me somehow to trust the process. Like, just gave me hope to trust the process, that at the end of the day, it will definitely be a win-win situation. This is what is going to, build me as an artist. This is what's going to build me as an artist. And I'm already seeing that some of my style was birthed from my obstacles. This is why I now accept the fact that my story at the end of the day is what's driving my purpose. Right? That's why I still do not understand the idea of gatekeeping, because as an artist, as a genuine artist, you get up there. To be honest, it's just going to feel so nice. It's just going to feel so good for you to lend a helping hand to another artist, to get to the top ranks. So to this day, I do not understand the idea of gatekeeping. I think it's for those people who do not see an ever-flowing stream of creativity, an ever-flowing stream of growth. Because the way I see it, at some point in my life, I was learning. And presently, it's time for me to give out to the world what I've been accumulating all these years through the way I was designed to see the world. Right? And obviously make things better than the way I met them, because that's the idea, that's what art and design has imprinted in me, and I try as much as possible to make things better than the way I met them. Right? So I'm on the stage of giving back, after learning, giving value, let me put it that way, giving value after learning. And I think at the decline of my career, I know I've not gotten to my prime, but I think at the decline of my career, I think it will be time for me to lend a helping hand, build people that are coming up, right? Build people that are coming up the ladder, or help, I think it should be time for me to lend a helping hand to those that are coming up the ladder, build people, that I see that have these potentials in them, right? So I do not understand the point of gatekeeping, and why I made reference to this whole Virgil story and how my background was not that, which I've said a couple of times on this channel, how my background was not that was not the type of background that, harnessed my talents, how I had to fight through this hard rock and all that. I feel like that's what's driving my purpose at this point, right? So I think the Virgil story, I think Virgil is like the Jesus of African artists, designers and creators in general. I do not see, it's not just because of he became the first black artist to be, head designer at Louis Vuitton. No, I don't think it's that. It's mainly because he has shown us that, whatever you can be, like the first post said, like my WhatsApp image says, whatever I do right now, I owe it to the 17 years old version of myself. Virgil started seeing the main limelight at 32. Just look at the distance between the years 17 and 32. That's 15 years after you're 17. That's chasing a dream for up to 15 years, if not even more than 15 years. So at the end of the day, when I look at his story, I'm saying that, oh dude, you just have to keep reaching and you'll find, right? So that's the part of me that connects to his story. So at the end of the day, maybe your story as an artist, the obstacles you're facing as a creative, or even a human in general, the obstacle you're facing is quite because it's at the end of the day, drive your purpose as a person, as an artist. So with that said, I think I'll just drop it here. I'm about to go on a twilight. It's not twilight yet, but maybe I'll try to, drop some things off downstairs and back on the twilight walk, because twilight is my favorite time of the day. And yes, I am curating a personal playlist. I will share to you guys when I think it's ready to be shared with you guys. I'm creating a personal playlist for Twilight. I'm creating several playlists, right? Creating several playlists. There's the one for Twilight. There's a playlist for Heartbreak. There's a playlist for my morning runs, and there's a playlist for when I'm lifting. That's my gym workouts. I think that's 4 that I'm on. Oh, there's one. I call it 304 activity, right? So if you know, you know. That's all I can say. The 6th one is called 304 activity. So that's the 5 playlists I'm creating right now. I think you guys should give me 1 to 3 months to put that out. But for now, peace. I love y'all.